dream I had. Along with the interpretation. A boy in a line with others singing, each in their turn. He was called out and disqualified, not accepting his judgment, argued with the professor, or the person who was leading them, which wrote him up next to the. So then so there was a piece of paper, and then the he wrote him up next to the assistant, not willing to let it go. On the back, so the professor had written him up, and he was upset. He was saying stuff like, he wasn't letting it go, that he was dismissed. And so the assistant, on the back of the first write-up, he was written up again. So the assistant wrote him up as well and sent him to the principal. Later on, in a prison in Mexico, and I just knew it was a prison in Mexico, another person was sent there, and they saw this young man there. He was standing in what appeared to be a gray straitjacket, and now he was soft-spoken and humble-sounding, and he was speaking soundly, like he admitted his wrongdoing. But the principal showed him no mercy, and told him that he was crazy and that and wouldn't release him. And he was standing there in like a gray straitjacket, like in the middle of the room, of like an empty room. So the verse that came to mind with this dream was Matthew 5:25, and it says, I'll flip to this. I don't think I can actually, so there we go. Alright, can you see that? I hope that works. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. And I think this dream, I count it as a teaching dream, and one of those dreams to teach. So I share that with you, that you can also learn and be of good courage in the Lord, and that you might be saved. So, as the Lord has said, thus agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Later on, I went back to sleep, and I saw like my brother at a table that looked just like what I saw in the dream, and so I wanted to warn him, so I called him away from the table, and I was trying to tell him about the dream, but he wouldn't listen. And I had others that would listen, but he wouldn't, and I was so frustrated with him because I wanted him to be warned that he could be saved and heed the warning, but he wouldn't listen. That's all I have to say.